What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In, your proper gaming talk show. We are your hosts, Sandsology and JayDubbs.
What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing tonight?
I want to apologize really quick about the quality of last week's video. I was still on vacation and recording only on Riverside, and the recording was not awesome. So I apologize for that. I'm aware that my office/studio is still empty. I have not had time to do anything. So, yeah, I was away for 3 weeks, and yeah, I'll get to it at some point.
And you know,
but
every time he goes on vacation, this funny thing happens.
Shit happens.
Where all this gaping hell-scopic news comes out.
Honestly.
You know, things shut down, and people start discourse over the interwebs. It's just all great stuff.
Seriously.
That he is not around to report on.
I am sorry, okay?
Oh,
God. Look, you could do this on your own. You could fill in by yourself for a week.
Fill in by myself for a week. This show works with a host and a co-host. I don't do well just sitting around with my own opinion. I mean, who am I going to bounce it off of?
I mean, fair. Speaking about our own opinions, we got shit to talk about this week, focused on, again, Ubisoft. So,
No.
at the end of last week's video, if you could stomach sitting through glitchy and horrible audio, we did touch on how, you know, Ubisoft was fucking up with Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws, with their pre-order shit, where they were like, you know, the pre-order structure was just insane because the base game was at 70. The deluxe was at 110, jumped up from 70 to 110, and then the ultimate jumped up to 130. And on top of that, there was a whole Jabba the Hutt mission that was locked behind a pre-order paywall, and you could only get it if you got the deluxe or the ultimate edition. So, yeah, that was bullshit. But Ubisoft is back with their bullshit this week. Yay! Technically last week, but yeah. So they released the first trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I thought the trailer was lit, even if it was just a cinematic trailer. It kind of gave hints at how the game was going to play, and the two protagonists. You get Yasuke, the black samurai, who was inducted into the samurai after he was, I guess, left in Japan. I'm not sure if that's during the slave trade or not. I assume so, but I don't know the whole backstory of Yasuke. And then the other character, Naoe? I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's a Japanese girl who becomes a shinobi. And yeah, we're finally getting like a ninja assassin. And that's just lit. I'm super excited for that. But the reason we're pissed, and we're going to talk about the game and, you know, parts about the, what they've released already about the game and the gameplay and everything in a bit. But the reason we're pissed is because Ubisoft is doing literally the exact same shit with Assassin's Creed Shadows that they did with Star Wars Outlaws, with one nuance. But basically, this same pre-order structure exists here, right? It's $70 for the base game, which, you know, every game is $70 now. Hate it or love it, it is what it is. But then it jumps up from there to the deluxe edition at $110, and then from there it's $130 for the ultimate. Whereas most pre-orders, most, like, you know, different versions of the game usually are like $70, and then they jump up to like 80 or 90. Usually it's $80 or $90 depending on the game, and then like the most expensive version of the game is like $100, $110, right? That's pretty standard, right?
And then did you mention the thing that was right next to that?
Oh, the subscription to Ubisoft Plus Premium, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah,
again,
like
they made it pricey on purpose.
Yeah,
to incentivize you to take that scummy deal.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like what, $18 a month for Ubisoft Plus, their subscription service, their streaming service basically, and you get to stream that game. And I mean, like I said, it's probably. They're pricing it this way because if you pay the $17 a month, $18 a month, you get the ultimate edition of the game, and you at a lower cost, quote unquote, assuming you beat the game in like 2 months. You only spend like $30 on the game. but you don't own it either, so there's that thing. So for the people who are either casual fans or, just want to try out the game, it's a decent idea, but like at the end of the day, it's still super scummy.
And
So
then correct me if I'm wrong. Do they have any story content locked behind?
they do
the
not.
paywalls?
Thank God. That's the one nuance here. They don't have any story content locked behind a paywall. The only thing that like each version, like the Ultimate or the Deluxe Edition, you get like the game 3 days early, and you get access to the season pass. And at this point, getting a game early means fucking nothing because games are almost not broken, but they have a ton of issues on launch. Every single game does. So
Not
you
to
like
mention
it's almost not even worth playing until like 3 days after launch, unless like
it's also like it's not really a multiplayer experience.
exactly, yeah. So there's no real like incentive to play early, except if you just want to get play the game early. If they're that much of a diehard fan. Like, I am a diehard Assassin's Creed fan. The last 3 Assassin's Creed games were fucking shit, all right? So, this one is, like I said, looking better, but we'll get to that in a moment. But the only, like, pre-order bonus that they lock behind paywalls and stuff, they're, like, cosmetic stuff. Like, typical pre-order shit, right? It's a character pack, it's a skin pack, it's that kind of shit. So... not too mad about that. I am bummed that they didn't put like the skins in the deluxe edition like they typically do. But whatever. If anything, I would have put the skins in the deluxe edition and the 3-day early play time in the ultimate edition. But that's just me.
I mean, I wouldn't have let those prices go above 100. But
God, no, that's me too. God, no, I've never seen that before. Ubisoft is the first person to do this shit, and I don't get it. So, yeah, that's toxic and shitty.
I mean, PlayStation did have that tier list for Ghost of Tsushima for the PS4, the PS5.
Oh yeah, that was bizarre. That was super bizarre. But
that was like really annoying.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've seen other people do it, but it's just this was just bad.
Yeah, it's weird. Really I've never seen pre-orders go like this high, and I really don't want this to set a precedent because I do enjoy sometimes buying like the different versions of the games if they're like worth buying, right?
I mean, this for me stings even more as I've transitioned mostly over to PC where I can get things even like $50, $40, $30,
Sure.
have a blast, have a great time, and now I'm just like, man, I don't need any of this. It's just like, I just look at it, it's just so like I don't have to take your bullshit. I have other options.
Exactly.
So, it just really stings. I'm just like, they're just gonna, keep just digging a hole deeper.
Yeah, I mean, so many people have already said that they're not going to buy the game or they're going to wait for a sale because these prices are just fucking stupid. And I'm like, I mean, that's fair. I get that. And Assassin's Creed has not had a solid track record in recent years. I mean, the last good Assassin's Creed, arguably good Assassin's Creed, was Origins. That game was lit. I had so much fun with that game. I've gone back to play that game multiple times. It's so fucking good. And you know me, I had the touch to death. Odyssey was hot garbage. Fuck Odyssey. Like, that game is shit. I don't care what anyone says. That game was garbage. And the game had probably some of the worst voice acting I've ever seen. Especially for Alexios. That dude sounded like a fucking cartoon character. Oh my god. And then Valhalla was just a hot mess in terms of like an RPG game. It has a huge world, and the world was fucking boring. Like, it was just filled with stupid ass collectibles that I felt like I needed to find. It had the non-linear storytelling, which I fucking hate. That Ubisoft started doing that with Assassin's Creed. Doesn't make any fucking sense. I hate that. Stop doing non-linear storytelling. It doesn't work. Fuck that. And then Mirage was like their return to form. It was supposed to be an expansion to Valhalla because it followed Basim, who was the assassin in Valhalla. And shit happens with him. So this game was basically supposed to be an expansion to show like his backstory because he was actually a really cool character. Most of the game itself was fine. It was definitely a return to form, and it felt like an old school Assassin's Creed game. But it felt too much like an old school Assassin's Creed game, to the point where it had all the same fucking issues as this old school Assassin's Creed games. I'm like, okay, I like the return to form.
You haven't learned yet.
I like the return to form, but can we fix those fucking issues? So it's like, god damn. But
I never really understand it, because you've been making the same franchise. You've been cracking out these games for 20 fucking years. Since I was in fucking middle school,
let's make him an RPG. I'm like, that's fucking not. Just no.
Since I was a freshman in high school, y'all been pumping these games out. You haven't learned it yet, bro. That was 2009.
They almost had it with Unity, with the mechanic wise. They almost had it with Unity, because Unity, mechanically, Unity was gorgeous, perfect. The free running was amazing. But the story was uninspired, and it had so many fucking glitches in that game. Holy fuck. And the multiplayer didn't really work out. The co-op. The co-op idea was fucking cool as hell. Like, having your friend come in, and you guys could both, like, work together to take down a target. That's lit. That sounds so fucking cool, except it just didn't work. So, that was a bummer. But with Shadows, so, like, Shadows is the first Assassin's Creed game since Origins that I think is going in a really, really good direction for the series.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go. What are you saying? What are you going to say?
No. Finish your statement.
I was just going to say, now there's some things that people are pissed about that I think are fucking stupid that I still want to touch on, because everyone's talking about it, and maybe you want to hear what we think. People are pissed that we're getting a black samurai in a Japanese setting game, but Yasuke was a real dude. Like, he actually existed, and his story is fucking cool from what I know about it. And I mean, like, someone pointed out that he has like the generic black guy hairstyle with like the dreads and everything. I'm like, I can see, I get that, I can see that, sure, but I mean, dreads are a fucking cool ass hairstyle. Like, from a white guy perspective, dreads are fucking cool. Like,
they are pretty fucking cool.
Like, what else would you do? Would you make them Afro Samurai? Like, would you do a cornrows? That, like, I feel like dreads just make sense for this setting, for this style, unless you really want to put them in like
That's like putting an Asian girl in a game, and it's like, oh, well, she has that generic Asian girl hairstyle.
The Asian bob.
All right, so
yeah.
So
which again also happens in like every single fucking game.
You want her to fucking have a hairstyle like Madonna? Like, what the fuck do you want? And it's like, you know, like
like they wanted to make him an iconic black character. Dreads are an iconic look. So I'm there. I'm here for it because he looks fucking dope as hell. Like,
I mean, his backstory was that he was left in Japan. Like, he that's where he lived when he was a real person. So, I mean, we've known for eons that AC just takes liberties with points in history. Like, even from the beginning, like.
I mean, that's kind of the whole
using your
idea.
mind to travel back in time to play as an ancestor of yourself. Like, come on, like, make it make sense. It's always had this aura of video game, tomfoolery about it, like, as most games do. So, like, how seriously are you trying to take this right now, my guy?
Yeah.
You know what? People still going to buy it. People still going to get the subscription and do those two things that you probably should not do for this game.
Oh, God, no. But like, the other thing I heard that some people were mad about, or at least one guy was online, was that like Ubisoft is like not pigeonholing, but like restricting us to one or two different kinds of play styles, because like from what it looks like, we're going to get like one tank looking character and then one stealth based character, with Naoe being like the shinobi and the ninja, and then Yasuke being the samurai, who has like, all like the heavy weapons and is more loud, less nuanced, less stealthy, whereas Naoe is stealthy. She has like the throwing stars, she has the hidden blade, she has the grappling hook and all that shit. So it's, from what it looks like anyways, I'm just like, that I kind of actually fucking love that, because Ubisoft has already come out and said that there's going to be character focus. Like each character is going to have their own missions, but all the main story missions can be completed by either character. So, like, if you want to go in loud and crazy, you can go in as Yasuke. If you want to go in stealthy, you can go in as Naoe. And I kind of just like that because, like, if they both played the same way, it would be boring as fuck. And that was the biggest issue with Syndicate.
I mean, honestly, this is the problem right here where everything breaks down because, and this is why I say if you're trying to come out with something world premiere, have something concrete. Because now you got all this speculation, and now nobody knows what the game is because nobody's seen gameplay. I can't really feed into this man's hate for this game. Because you know what? It's all fucking rumors and speculation. You don't know what the gameplay is going to be like. You don't know how focused these trees or these attributes are going to be. They may have some fluidity and have some way to mix up and change styles. Maybe they might start off one way and then you can switch them to be some way, a different way by the end of the game. Like,
could you imagine if they made it like Spider-Man 2 where you could just switch between these two characters like that? I would fucking die. That would be so cool.
No idea. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I wish that they would have just given me something to talk about. I can't really say I like this game. I can't really say I care. I can't really give any investment in it because I just saw something that looks pretty. I'm just like, okay, well.
No, I get that completely. I understand. Now, I do want to touch on like the stuff that they actually like talked about. They actually said this is going to be in the game, right? It's like story stuff. Like I said before, you can complete the story as either Yasuke or Naoe freely. But they are going to have individual story or individual missions, like side missions as well, which again, I like. I think that's cool. I like that a lot. I like that we're getting a like difference between each character. I think that's cool. I think they are going along like the non-linear line where there's like the games are going to be focused on like assassinations and taking down targets, and apparently any of these targets can be taken down at any point in the game, unless it's like a story-centered thing. Like all like the side targets can be taken down, but if it's like a main villain, obviously that's going to be like the last target you take down, right? So if it's set up similar to how Mirage was set up, I think it'll work really well because Mirage did it really in a really cool way where you could like go around and like investigate and learn about your targets at any time as long as you leveled up for that area. And then like the main target was like that's like the story boss was at the end. So the way that game did its story, I actually really really liked. So if Shadows takes it from Mirage, I think it will work out as long as it doesn't take it from Valhalla because I hated the way Valhalla's story was. Fucking despised it because I finished the game without even realizing I finished it because there's no fanfare, there was no credits and no closure, and I was like, I want to punch this game in the face. I want my closure. What the hell are you doing? I want my credits. Roll my fucking credits. So that was annoying. But then, anyways, if it does like Mirage, I'm happy with it, right? They did talk about the stealth. They're gonna do it like Splinter Cell stealth, and that sounds lit if they can pull it off and make it good. Now, I mean, Ubisoft made Splinter Cell, so if they take like that mechanic, because it said it's gonna be focused on like light sources, shadows, and like the game's going to take place in all 4 seasons. You'll be able to like hide in snow, hide in bushes, hide in trees, but each season those things might change. Like if you could hide in a tree during summertime, wintertime, those trees are going to be bare, so you're not going to be able to hide in the trees. So you have to figure out something else.
I can't wait to see how glitchy as fuck this is on day one.
I mean, who knows? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how.
Seasons aren't seasoning. It's always winter. Like
seasons aren't seasoning. I have a feeling they're going to do it like story-based or time-based like they did in Valhalla. Like it was all like the seasons were deducted by, where you are in the story. So I'm sure it's going to be kind of like that, which would make sense. Similar to like Assassin's Creed 3. Similar to Assassin's Creed 3. But I think that's really cool. Like, especially the whole like light sources thing, like being able to actually hide in shadows and shit like that. Because that's what made Splinter Cell so damn good. Especially Blacklist. Oh, Blacklist is such a good fucking game. But yeah, so they do that. That's gonna be super fucking cool. Also, you get the grappling hook, so you can like swing around and do crazy shit like that, and that's gonna be fun.
We still don't know how that's gonna work or how that's gonna look, feel, play. Like,
yeah,
it could be a total letdown. I wish, like, and we do see more companies doing this, but I just wish if you're gonna show me something, give me something I can.
I know. I mean, I think them breaking down the game, like breaking down like the stuff that they showed off in the trailer. I think that's a good idea, but
this shit gets me worried.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. The other thing is they showed off the map already, and it's about the same size as Origins, and I'm super, super happy about that because Origins had a really, really solid map. Wasn't too big, wasn't too small, still had a lot of good shit in it. Valhalla and Odyssey were way too fucking big. Way too big. So
you said it's the same size as which one?
Origins.
Okay.
That was the one set in Egypt.
Yeah.
That was a really good game. One of my favorites, I think. But yeah, so, we still have ways to go before this game is released. And, I mean, again, we don't even have a gameplay trailer yet. So, going to be on the lookout for that. As soon as it comes out, we're going to talk about it. So, be on the lookout for that video. But, yeah, no. In my opinion, I think a lot of what Ubisoft is doing for this game is steps in the right direction for the AC series, because it looks like they're being more realistic with like the mechanics. I think they're doing more like real good focus on stealth, which I've been waiting for a really good stealthy Assassin's Creed game, because stealth has always just been kind of super generic.
The fact that you had to say that sentence means they've lost their way.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like,
so terrible.
Stealth was never like a huge, like, they never did like Splinter Cell level stealth in Assassin's Creed. It was always much more like like generic stealth, which it was like it worked for the games, right? Because they're more action based games. But if they make this more like strategy and realistic stealth and really good stealth, like, I'm going to be super, 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 super happy with it. So yeah. I don't know. I think these are steps in the right direction. We'll have to wait and see, though, how it actually all turns out. This could all just be for naught. So,
Fodder.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Excitement.
Hopefully not. This is the first Assassin's Creed game in a while that I'm actually kind of excited for, so shit.
Everybody said the same thing about GTA 6, and we'll see how that turns out.
I mean, that's a whole other topic, but I have no doubt GTA 6 is going to be fire. Same thing with Elder Scrolls 6.
Let us hope. I mean, they did all the travesty that is the first 3 remasters.
I mean, that's fair. Fair. Anyways, guys, what do you think about Assassin's Creed Shadows? Are you riding the hate train, the racist hate train that so many other people are doing? I hope you're not. I hope you're not that much of assholes. Yasuke is a dope character, and
so the one thing I could probably say is that the historical accuracy, which once again, it's AC. They've always taken liberties with this shit. Like, you talk to Leonardo da Vinci and like Assassin's Creed 2. I know that he did not know no motherfucking assassin when he was back then. So they're always taking liberties with the stuff. So the one thing you can say is that, if he's an actual character that you're actually playing as, then like, is this historically accurate to what he actually did back then? I mean,
well, I think the reason they chose Yasuke was, one, he was a real character, and they have always been throwing in real characters into Assassin's Creed in all the games.
But you didn't play as him. It was always like you.
You never actually played as a historical character. But I think the reason they're doing it with Yasuke is because his history is such an unknown. So much of his life, there's no documentation about. Like, there's one picture of the dude, and that's kind of it. There's some writings about him, but the bulk of his life is unknown. So it kind of makes sense that they can, take some liberties with this character, Like, it kind of makes sense. And be like, hey, maybe you did this. You don't fucking know. Right?
Honestly, guys, I'm tired of the BS. You talk about Stellar Blade, you talk about this game, you talk about that. Can't you just be happy? Y'all wanted games to come out 3 years ago. Y'all want all these games to come out. Now they're coming out. Exactly. And now you're just sitting there and just bashing each and every one of them for Just random reasons.
And I absolutely love how before this game came out, everyone was like, "Oh, I hope Yasuke's in it. That would be so cool. Holy shit!" And then after it comes out, everyone's like, "Why is there a black guy in a Japanese game?" I'm like, "What the fuck? Wait, why?" So fucking stupid. But anyways, guys, what do you think? Are you jumping on the hate train? Are you that much of a blatant racist? Let us know so we can make fun of you. But also, do you hate Ubisoft for their pre-order bullshit or not? Let us know about that. Let us know about what you think about the info that has come out about this game. Do you think it's going in the right direction for Assassin's Creed? Do you think Assassin's Creed is lost forever and there's no saving it? Let us know all your thoughts about AC Shadows in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you, especially if you're racist, so I can stick this guy on him.
Oh man, I haven't straightened some young white whippersnapper out in such a long time.
If we get any comments like that, I'm sending them your way. You get the comment and bury them. Bury them like K-Dot did to Drake.
That's fine. That's fair.
You can be a resident K-Dot. Anyways, guys,
good.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get these numbers up. It's been way too long. Fucking subscribe already. Goddamn, what's wrong with you guys? Check out our podcast over on Spotify. Once I actually get around to editing it and updating it and everything. I think the name's changed, so that's a plus. I have yet to actually post anything there. So, check us out over there soon. Promise soon. And yeah, check us out back here next Friday for another Proper Gaming Talk Show episode.
Soon, he says.
If you have so much time, you fucking do it.
I don't have a lot of time because I'm moving, people.
Yeah, he's moving, so we might have another week where we might not do an episode. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Might be another 2-week bump, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay excellent. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.